ready to potentially end the relationship right then and there, don't go through that phone.
So anyway, do you think it is appropriate at any point in time to be going through your significant other's cell phone?
No.
Really? It's not appropriate?
I don't think so. I don't think it's appropriate.
Why do you think it's not appropriate?
Because I feel like things can be taken maybe out of context. If you're not getting what you need out of a relationship, then you need to figure out why. Then if you've tried everything else, you're still not getting answers, then maybe like, can I take a look at your phone? I don't think it's a good idea. It's kind of like if you really don't want to know the answer, don't ask the question.
I don't know. Anyway, there's this female that evidently looked through her boy's friend's phone, so let's just see what she found.
Yeah.
Yeah, what?
You're always going to find something. It might not be text messages. It might not be a video. It might be pictures of, other women that your friends send you. Doesn't mean you know the women. Doesn't mean that those women sent you those pictures. They're just on your phone. But I mean, if you have a relationship where you communicate, like I know there's pictures in your phone that are not of me, but I know where they've come from. I mean, when they come in, you sometimes show them to me. You tell me about them.
Okay,
but
like I'm confused. Now, huh? What pictures do I get?
Really?
No, I'm really trying to think. Like, what pictures are there?
Your friends that have.
Okay. Never mind. All right.
Okay.
Right.
But if I were to go through and see those pictures, I'd be like, where did this come from? Who is this?
Yeah.
Who sent you this?
Yeah. I have some passport bro friends.
Yeah, but
send me pictures of their escapades sometimes.
But I think that there are guys who are afraid to show stuff like that to their wives because maybe they'll say that, well, this is why I don't like you hanging out with this person. So I think that they hide it from them and it's in their phone, but that is going to cause a problem if that girl looks through that phone.
Yeah.
It's just, I think you're looking for problems if you start going through someone else's phone, anybody's phone.
All right.
As he was tired and sleeping in the passenger seat, his phone goes off. I told him, your phone's going off at 1 a.m, you should probably answer that. And he said, babe, I have nothing to hide. Here's my passcode.
So she woke up in the middle of the night because his phone was going off.
They were driving or something.
They were driving. Okay. So they're driving, his cell phone goes off, blah,
he was
blah.
sleeping, yeah. He dozed off. She was driving.
Okay, gotcha. Oh, okay. All right. I'm sorry. We got some distractions going over here.
I go in his phone with that password, and I'm looking in the text messages. I scroll up and I see a selfie. And I'm like, it's a black dude taking a selfie and sending it to him. I guess the guy wasn't cute to him because the minute he sent the selfie, he kind of stopped texting. They were talking in code, like can't meet up, blah, blah. I didn't know what was going on. Then when he said the cake, I'm like, well, cake is usually referred in two ways. Either you're eating cake or like cake.
What is cake? Listen, I am not hip anymore. I don't know a lot of these.
I think it's kind of not, it's not new.
Huh? Another word meaning, oh. Okay, all right, got you.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Do you want a
okay.
piece?
No. Okay, anyway.
Is that what they say in that song? Cake, 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 cake. Come on, put your name on it.
The guy clearly was texting, and I'm like having so many ideas going in my mind. I drive us to my apartment. He gets out, he gets in my bed. I go to my living room and I start scrolling. I went through all of his photos, all of his videos, all of his text messages, all of his DMs, all of his apps.
Okay.
When she could have been in bed with him, enjoying her evening.
Okay, I would say, is there a point that you just, I mean, if you go through everything, so here's the
She's
thing.
looking for something.
Yeah, I don't delete anything. So the thing is that if you go to my phone, you're going to find stuff I got stuff that pops up from like 12 years ago.
That's why I don't look at your phone.
Anyway, I don't think anybody could go through all of my text message. But the thing is that, like you said, I feel like you're looking for something at the point in time.
Yeah.
And if you're looking for something, you're going to find something.
Anybody who picks up a phone to just check it is looking for something. And you start to go down a rabbit hole, I think. I feel like you could start to go down a rabbit hole. You find something, you're like, let me look for this. Oh, wait, what about this? And you just keep going, and then, yeah.
Yeah, but anyway.
Then the poor person who's sleeping has no idea, and they wake up to...
I went through his his block list on Instagram, his block list on Snapchat. His block list was all gay men. I went through his email, his video. He had some very suspect videos. He had a couple of pics in there that weren't his. It was too much.
Oh, you're like...
He's open.
Yes.
He's open-minded. So here's the thing. If he is open-minded, I think that shouldn't there be some signs, like, depending on how long you've been with this person, like, shouldn't you be able to read somebody? I don't know, but I would just feel like there would be certain things. I would feel like there would be certain characteristics.
Sometimes for some people, I don't think it's till they find out, and then it's the going back, like the aha moments.
I think guys pick up on it quicker than women pick up on it.
So I called one of my gay friends, and I was like, I'm gonna send you this pic. Don't be weirded out, but can you tell me what app this is? He's like, yeah. I sent it to him. He's like, oh, that's great. So
being that she has a friend that should be able to spot this, I mean, but has his friend not met your boyfriend or whatnot, not been around? Because I would feel that they would be able to catch up on certain things and be like, girl, I'm getting this kind of vibe, So I don't know. Yeah.
If there's someone you're done with him, if it doesn't work out.
But here's the thing. We're going back to looking through a phone. Like, I mean, in reality, if the only way that you knew about that was looking through his phone, like how not in touch are you with this relationship?
Yeah.
Like I feel like that you should kind of know a little bit before.
Well, maybe that was his, like, maybe he was trying to be called out and, like, come out. Maybe that's why he was like, here's my passcode. I'm going to go lay in bed. In the morning, you'll know.
Later on that day, he finds himself trying to break up with me. He literally starts texting me, and he's like, hey, so, last night, that fight that we had, I just realized, like, you're not the girl for me. I need a woman who is not going to be so flirtatious with men and da-da-da. We got to talk. No, like, we have to talk right now. And he's like, what are you talking about? I said, look, I was going to ease into this because I'm still processing it myself, but I found some weird in your phone, and I need you to answer what it is.
I don't know. But let's watch a little bit more.
And I'm sending him everything that I saw, and then he calls me immediately and starts crying. I've just had thoughts, like it wasn't anything like that. Like I was just thinking about it, but I've never done anything like that. I love you. Not trying to give him an excuse. I mean, no, for sure. But it's probably really hard for him to come out. He's probably dealt with some crazy trauma. I was like, where did you meet him? And I'm waiting for him to just answer the questions that I already know the answers to.
How does she already know the answer to this? And
she thinks she knows everything because she sat and went through his phone for 4 hours.
But so just from going through his phone for whatever it is, 30 minutes, 45 minutes, an hour, a couple hours. So now you know him front and back, like literally front and back.
And let him go through your phone. How did you like that?
And he's like, oh, I met him at this festival at Broccoli City Fest. And I'm like, the conversation was back in January. Broccoli City is in May. So he's like, he just throws his hands up. He's like, then I don't know. Just kept denying. I was like, I have to go to work. I can't do this right now. Like, we're just gonna talk another time. We ended up going to this event that following weekend. He knew I was going and he showed up. He's all in my face, holding my hand, kissing me on the cheek, trying to make it seem like we're still together in front of all of my friends and his friends. Long story short, fast forward, we just ended up like breaking up. That was in June. My birthday's in August. I decided to go to Toronto for Caravana in August. I get a Snapchat video from my boss at the club that I work at of a video of my then ex-boyfriend and his new boyfriend walking into the club.
So I think that is the end of the video, and this video popped up because of JR Wisdom. So I do thank him for this video. But at the same time, it's like the video ended there, and so I don't know where he got the video from. I would like to have a little bit more context with that. When I say a little more context, like he walked into the club with another guy. It's like, were they hugged up on each other? Were they holding each other's hands?
What kind of club was it?
Well, she said she's the club that she works at. Okay. And so what kind of club she work at? And then the other thing is that, what I'm saying, is like, listen, what if he was just hanging out with one of his friends and went back out? So here's the thing, I'm not taking anything away and I'm not giving them benefit of the doubt, but I think sometimes is that, listen, when you start looking for stuff, you will kind of find what you're looking for, and it may not even be true.
Right.
But anyway, when it comes down to this whole phone thing, I don't know. You gave your peace of mind, and so I
have your passcode.
You do?
Yes.
Okay.
I don't have one on my phone.
Okay.
I mean, if you picked up my phone and looked through it, I don't care.
Yeah, but I already know I'm gonna find some stuff in your phone that I don't want to see. I already know that.
I don't think you will.
I'm pretty sure I will.
I'm really good at hiding stuff.
Yeah, but I'm pretty.
Kidding.
Yeah.
No, I really don't have anything in there.
I would say some of the pictures that you took in Cancun of me I would not approve of. And so I'm pretty sure there's gonna be some pictures in there that I do not approve of because you send them to me
Those
sometimes.
are just for me. Oh yeah, I like to randomly mess with you. I have ones from last weekend to still to send you.
Last weekend.
Yeah.
I don't even know what happened last weekend. Okay. Anyway, and so there's gonna be some things in your phone that I could perceive the wrong way. Like I almost feel like that you're getting stuff to blackmail me if something ever goes wrong.
You're always telling me to be aware of my surroundings, but maybe you're just real comfortable, but there's things that like I can see you places and you have no idea I'm sitting right there, and so I just take a picture of you, and then 2 days later when you're at work or in a meeting, I just send it to you.
So here's the thing. Is that see? She's the type of person that plays her hand. I don't play my hand, so I may have pictures of you.
Oh, you
will
probably
never,
do.
and you will never know.
Yeah, I'm sure you do. Sure you do.
But the thing is that listen, if it's getting down to that point where you actually have to go through looking for somebody's phone, I mean, how much do you really trust that person?
And before you go through the phone, I think you have to be real with yourself. What are you prepared to do? Because if you're married and you plan on going through somebody's phone, are you prepared to possibly end your marriage, or are you going to have carry this on your back for the rest of your marriage? So I think before you just pick up a phone and make a harsh decision, I think you really have to think about are you prepared for what you might find? And then if you don't find anything, I don't know, I feel like you maybe feel bad about that too. I don't know.
Somebody's really trying to hide something. Do you think that they're going to keep it front page on the phone? I mean, you got so many apps nowadays where you can hide stuff and different things like that. I mean, if somebody's really doing something, are you really going to really be able to find it?
There's guys that I knew that had multiple phones.
I got multiple phones.
Okay, but multiple phones hidden in a gym bag, in the trunk. Yeah. Not the regular phone.
If somebody really wants to go around to do all of that, is there something that you're missing in the relationship that you're having right now? Is there something that you can't talk to your significant other about right now that you're trying to find somewhere else?
That's what I'm saying. Yeah, if you're sitting next to somebody, they're constantly texting all hours of the day, all hours of the night. Is it not okay to say what are you doing? And if they're nothing, if you see signs that something is just not right, then yeah, maybe you need to look see what's in that phone, but be prepared for what you might find is all I'm saying.
But could it be this though? Could it also be this? Is that sometimes people can't talk to the person that they're actually in a relationship with. The thrill is gone or something like that, and they're finding the thrill somewhere else. From possibly somebody at work. It's the thing is that
that's cheating, in my opinion.
Well, what I'm saying is that if you're having feelings about something and you're not able to speak to your significant other about that, it's I think that's kind of maybe a dig on both sides, because both people should feel comfortable enough to talk to each other about what they're feeling in the relationship. And if you're not comfortable enough to be able to talk to the person that you're with about what you're going through in a relationship, I think your relationship has problems to a degree. I mean, if somebody is pulling away or doing stuff outside the relationship because of that, listen, some people are just cheaters. Some people are just in their DNA. They're just not meant to be in a relationship. But there are some people that, sometimes their feelings are suppressed, and sometimes things come along that just, I don't know, tickle their fancy. All in all, I would say, if you go looking through somebody's phone, is that you're going to see something. It may not even be anything atrocious or bad, but you're going to see something that's going to upset you. And the thing is that once you have already, drummed up that thing in your mind, it's really hard for somebody to talk you back off the ledge after that, because you're listen, you built this whole elaborate story. By the time you confront this person, and that person is trying to erase that whole story.
That's my cousin.
Yeah. People can make something bigger than what it is. And the thing is that sometimes people can make stuff bigger than it is, but sometimes things are what they are. And if you got that feeling, then if you got a feeling where you have to go through somebody's phone that you're with, maybe it's probably about time for you to end that relationship. I don't know. I'm not out here checking phones, and I didn't know you had my password. So
yes, you did.
Yeah, you used to complain to me that I had a password on my phone. I remember that though. I've always had a password.
I was like,
on
why
my
do you
phone.
have one? I don't know. It just
I've always had a
seems like
password
such a
on my phone.
hassle. Every time you pick it up, you have to put the passcode in. It's like,
Yeah, but my phone is face
difficult.
recognition, so I don't have to put the password in. Now, you can look at stuff on my phone, but, look at your own risk.